Okay, so first of all, we're so glad that you're here. So very glad. But like I said before, everybody is muted for the duration of the call until it's time for Q&A. You're going to be hearing from me. I'm Sarah Cooner. I am an executive director with 31, and I've been one since 2013. You'll also be hearing from Crystal and Courtney and Kim and Gwen. Sorry, my head is spinning. We have so many faces on here. And then I think, who else is chatting with us? Krista and Nikita?
Yep.
All right. Are there any more?
That's what I can see on mine.
Okay. Well, then you'll be hearing from all of those awesome leaders as well. So we're really excited to share with you tonight. We hope you leave this call feeling inspired and motivated and ready to kick some booking ass. Right? Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, like when I first joined and what it was like, and just a little bit insight into that. So when I first joined, I really had absolutely 100% no idea what I was doing. I had never been to a party, let alone hosted one. I literally jumped into this head first with absolutely no plan. My first party ended up being me, mom, a friend of hers, and a girl I worked with. That was it. I got through it, as nervous as I was, and I decided that I was going to go ahead and make a go of it despite the low attendance that I had. I got after it and I reached out one-on-one to so many people. Yep, we have to do that too. We don't just tell you to do it. And I ended up with a $500 party. That first party really showed me how much I have in me. It showed me that with some determination, I could achieve some pretty amazing things. The low attendance of that party really gave me the drive I needed to make things happen. I'm not wishing low attendance on any of you, of course, but I do share that to encourage you. No matter how your business started out or where you're at now, you can achieve things. You can book another party, and it will be worth it. Bookings really are, if you don't know, the bookings really are the lifeline of our business. They are the heart of who we are with 31. Cindy began this mission to help women connect with other women, to encourage them and allow them to shop together when it was convenient for them. If you think about booking with someone, are you just focused on selling her on the idea of partying to get some products and to help them earn some extra money? Or are you focusing in on the fun of getting together to share and be an encouragement to her and her friends? There's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to earn a paycheck. You don't hear me say that. But when we are focused on her instead of ourselves, it really takes that pressure off because you're offering her something that she truly needs. Because who doesn't need some extra time with their friends, really? Because we're all so busy, it's all so fast-paced in this world, and we hardly ever take a moment to just step back and breathe and enjoy some time together. You can offer that for her. Okay, so this might be a little uncomfortable, but I want you all to do it. It might be a little awkward, I guess. So I want you all to close your eyes, and I can see some of you. So close your eyes. And imagine with me for just a minute. Imagine that you're in a room full of 10 to 12 ladies. Your hostess is super pumped that so many of her friends were able to show up. You rock that party. Everybody has a great time. Your hostess gets almost everything she wanted on her wish list, and you booked 2 parties. Open your eyes, and I want someone to tell me, anybody, I'm in, how does that make you feel? How does it make you feel?
Great.
Yeah, right, exactly. It should make you feel absolutely amazing and great and so proud of yourself and your business and what you just afforded for this amazing hostess. It is so much fun. Not every party is going to be picture perfect, but let me tell you, when you have that party that we just talked about, the one that's similar to the one I described to you, you're going to want that more and more. The feeling of being able to help a customer shop for an upcoming special event, or help a hostess get her wish list on a budget, or be able to put your arm around someone who's really having a hard time that's at the party. That's what we are all about. Relationships, encouragement, and fun. Bookings will revive your business if you're feeling stuck. Booking that one party that leads to another and another and another will rejuvenate you as a consultant. We're going to talk through a quick scenario and then we're going to get to hear from Crystal. So let's pretend that your hostess's name is Mary and she booked the party with you. It's time to celebrate, right? So from Mary's party, you booked a party. Way to go. From that party, you booked 2 more parties. You are on fire. From those 2 parties, you booked 2 at each of those parties. And then from each of those 4 parties, you booked 1 party at each one. You might be a little lost with the numbers, but you just booked 12 parties all together because you decided to ask Mary to have a party with you. What if you hadn't asked Mary? What if you decided she probably wouldn't want a party? Think about all you would have missed out on. Not only did you book other parties, you planted seeds, and I bet you probably had at least 1 or 2 ladies who joined your team. Bookings matter. Okay, Chris.
I totally agree. Yeah, that was awesome, Sarah. Thank you. Okay, well, for those of you that may not know me, obviously I'm Crystal, and I've been with 31 for almost 9 years now. Yep, in May 2010 will be 9 years. I'm excited about that, and I want to take a moment to just thank God for an Instapot, wine, and His grace, because that's the only way I made it through today. So. Just gonna be quite honest with y'all. It all came together, and that was because of God right there. I'm just thankful, and just He always surprises me. You know, He does. He always surprises me in the end. So anyhow, I am thrilled to be here with you all tonight, and I'm excited that we have our teams together to share with you, and hopefully just bring you back to the reason why, you know, bookings are so important, and, you know, to help you fall in love with the bookings again, to be passionate about the bookings, to, you know, want to do those bookings, to have parties, because really, I mean, if you really are not passionate about something, it's really hard to go out there and do something that's really hard in the first place to do, right? I mean, it's just hard to do that. So you have to be passionate about it in the first place. So we got to come back to that place where we can fall in love with those bookings again and know, like Sarah was saying, why it's so important to party and why is it so important to get those bookings, you know? Now, I will tell you, ladies, that when I joined 9 years ago, I mean, those of you that have not heard my story, I was a super, super shy mama, torn down mama, okay? That decided to join and seriously was thinking, what in the world did I just do? Like, what in the world just happened? I don't even know why I did that. I'm not going to be successful. Totally thought nothing was going to happen. And I truly believe that 31 brought me back to that 8, 9, maybe 10-year-old girl who, y'all, I'm going to tell you something. When I was little, like Emma's age, I was a fundraiser queen. I mean, you give me a fundraiser, I'd be out there knocking on every single door. And we did not live in a neighborhood, y'all. We did not live in a neighborhood. We lived on a street. And I would walk and I would make my mama and my daddy take me to all these doors and knock on the doors, because I was determined to sell that stuff, because I wanted to be number 1 on that fundraiser. I wanted to get those prizes, okay? It's funny because Emma is the exact same way. Like, seriously, she kills me. And I do not want to go door to door. I do not want to do that. I forgot to set my timer, y'all. I just remembered. I don't want to go over I don't want to go over my time. Hold on a second. Let me set my time. But anyways, like I said, and so it kind of brought me back to, you know, who I was, you know, because you get into this place, you know, like I said, I was a shy person, and I got in this shell where literally all I ever did was go to church, come home, take care of the kids. I was a stay-at-home mom. I didn't know anything else, and I got real comfortable in that shell, okay? Like way too comfortable. Was I happy? No. Did I want to stay there? No. But I am so thankful that 31 brought me out of that shell. And the way that happened, y'all, when I joined 31, guess what? Just like you, I was told by my sponsor, I was told by my leaders, was told by Cindy Monroe, what you have to do when you join 31 is you have to have a launch party. I mean, you have to have your launch party, just like a grand opening in your business. You got to have that launch party. You got to share what you're up to, you know? And I'm thinking, oh, God, a launch party? Are you serious? I don't even know anybody. Like, who would I invite, right? So long story short, all right, I followed their instruction, listened to Cindy. I was like, okay, I'm going to make my list of 62. Oh, gosh, I hate that thing. I hate the list of 62, all right? Frank's list. Frank's. Oh, my God. I got so tired of hearing that. Frank, I don't even know 10 people. Don't tell me to make a list of 62. Okay? So anyway, so I made my list of maybe 15. And I started sending out these invites to people. Now, let me tell you, because like I said, I didn't have many friends, okay? So I invited some family members. I invited acquaintances at church, because literally these were people that I walked by in the hallway and barely shyly said hello to. Like, you had to pull it out of me to say hello to. And then I invited some neighbors who I seriously avoided to talk to them all the time, because I was like, I do not want to talk to anybody, okay? I do not want to talk to anybody. Anyway, so I sent those invites out thinking, you know, I'm going to do this. Really didn't know what I was doing, y'all. I was scared to death. And I will tell you, and I cannot believe this, but I had 10 people come to my party. I still can't believe it. Like, it still brings me to tears, because that was the moment that I literally, it woke me up. Like, what the heck are you doing? Like, why are you so scared? You know, why are you so scared? Why are you hiding? So I had 10 people come to my party, 2 family members who didn't buy anything. Don't ever depend on your family members, okay? That's my first tip, all right? No, I'm just kidding. I love my family. They just don't ever buy from me. Sorry. Anyway, so I had a couple of family members, and then I had some neighbors come, and then, of course, some of my church people. Okay, I'm thinking these people are going to come to my house, and I got to talk to them. I got to share. Gosh, I was scared, y'all. But I will tell you, that was a changing point in my life, because I did it. I did something that was super scary for me, okay? And whether it, for you, it's a home party, if you're brand new, a home party, or an online party, and I really highly encourage you to do a home party if you can, because you're around all these people, and you build those relationships. But, you know, the party, y'all, the party is the place where it all comes together, okay? It's where you grow. It's where you grow personally. It's where you grow in your business, okay? I can think of some other parties, y'all, that I did, that one of them was Courtney was a part of. And this party was actually a party from one of those church people, acquaintances, who I thought she was never going to, I sent the message on Facebook. I'm like, she is not going to say yes, but I'm just doing this because I'm doing that stupid booking blitz that they tell us to do. I'm going to send this message that they tell me to send. I'm going to do this, and she's going to say no. And she comes back and says, oh yeah, let 31. I'll do a party. She ended up having like 20-something people there, y'all. 20-something people, right, Courtney? Courtney was there, and she took a nail file, and she was supposed to book a party, but she didn't. But she took my nail file, okay? So, and let me just say this. She didn't even enroll under me. Like, she did not join under me, okay? Y'all, this is my twin. So here we are together now, and she is mine now, I will say. And the relationship we have, the friendship that we have through 31, y'all, and it was all because of a party, okay? It was because of a party. How cool is that, right? I can think of online parties, ladies, that I've never met the people, never ever, but I have the strongest relationships with them, and they have totally changed my business. Okay. I have people that I chat with all the time in Michigan. I've never met them, y'all. And this is through online parties. So we have got to, ladies, I think we have unfortunately forgotten what the party can do for our business. Okay, what the party can do for us. We have forgotten that. And almost like for me, at some point in my business, I almost felt like it was a burden to book parties, right? It was scary. It was out of my comfort zone. It was way too hard. Totally didn't want to do it, right? But we have to get back into that mindset. Okay, that mindset of being passionate and remembering that not only are these parties changing our business, that are changing you personally, helping you grow personally, but you're also changing the lives of others. Okay, you're also encouraging these women at your parties. And some of these women, they're having like the worst day of their life, and then they have a party and they're surrounded by their friends, and you get to encourage them, or even if it's on an online party, y'all. And you have to remember what's behind the party, okay? It's not about selling the product. It's about your mission to change somebody's life, okay? Encourage someone. You never know what you're going to say or whatever and how that's going to impact them, okay? So it's super, super important in our business, okay? Okay, so I'm going to give you, how am I doing on my time? I'm really worried about going over, Sarah. Okay. I'm almost done. So, at the party, this is where we meet, of course, and this is where you meet your next customers, right? What better place to do it than being surrounded online with your party guests or at home, okay? And you're taking advantage all at once with all of these people, and you're collecting orders rather than going out and trying to collect retail orders here and there, right? At the party, you're surrounded by the people all at one time. You collect those orders, so it's a great place to build your customer base, okay, and build those relationships. It's also the best place to grow your team, okay, because I can probably say 80% of my team are my hostesses. Really, they are. They're my hostesses, y'all. And then it's also a great place, of course, to build your income, okay? And if you can start to get, and I want you to think of this, consistent about booking your parties. And this is where I'm going to close, okay? Because I think this is so important, and it has truly impacted my business. And y'all, I've been on both ends, okay? I've been on the roller coaster of no parties to having 4 parties, or to being really booked up and having 11 parties. I've been all over the place, okay? But I will tell you, when I feel the best in my business, when I feel confident in my business, is when I'm consistent in asking for the bookings. And I feel like when I'm consistent, those parties end up rolling in just in time when I need them, okay? Perfect example today, okay? I had a lady reach out to me, says she wants to book a party. Well, I sent her a message last month to book a party. She never responded. But today she responds and said, I'm ready to host a party. So when you're sending out these messages and we're encouraging you to book those parties and send out those scripts, if you don't hear from anybody, don't let that get you down. It just may not be their time, okay? And the one thing that I didn't do with her is I didn't follow up like I should have, okay? I should have followed up because she never responded. So that was me dropping the ball on my end. But thankfully, by planting that seed, it eventually came into bloom, I guess you could say. And now we have a party set for February, y'all. So I want to encourage you to pick 2 days out of the week, y'all. 2 days out of the week consistently to have a booking blitz with yourself, okay? 2 days. That's it. 2 days, 15 minutes, book parties, y'all. Set it on your calendar. Make it a priority at the top. When you're consistent, think about this. If you're doing this every week for 2 days, think about it. It's going to just start rolling like a snowball, okay? You're going to start building your calendar, start booking those parties. And what happens, though, is we book some parties, we stop. Then what happens is we're down here again. Then we say, oh, we got to book some parties now. Then we're up here again. And then we're like, okay, we're going to stop now. Then we're down here again. And then we're like, woo, that's why we're on a roller coaster all the time, okay? So we have to be consistent in booking the parties, okay? So one, Start putting it on your calendar. Okay? Put it on your calendar. That was my timer. Put it on your calendar the days you're going to do it. Okay? Be serious about it, y'all. Be serious about it. That's your time to grow your business. Number 2 is consistently ask and follow up. Okay? And number 3 is believe in your bookings. Believe that you have something to offer. Believe that you are going to go there, or you're going to have this party online. It's going to be successful. Have you ever thought, oh, God, I got another Facebook party? I hate those things. I've done it, right? Yes, I've done it. But you know what? Your attitude is like a magnet. It really is. And I'm telling you how I do it too. So I'm not sitting here saying I don't ever do it, because I do. Trust me. I can't stand Facebook parties, y'all. But we got to have that attitude of belief. Like, I got something to offer. Like, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to rock this party out. They're going to love me. This is going to be the best party they've ever attended, okay? Go in there and you will have a great party, okay? Or you will feel like you rock that party out no matter what, okay? Because you have a great attitude about it. So believe that you have something to offer. Go for it. Believe in yourself. And I think that's all I have to offer. Hope I didn't go over.
You did great.
I know I did, but
I mean, you know, you did great. I thought it was awesome. Thank you.
Y'all, I just want to say, doing uncomfortable things is where you're going to see something happen in your business.
Mm-hmm.
So do the things that make you feel uncomfortable.
Like how Crystal was uncomfortable to do a Zoom call.
Exactly. I don't do these things. I think I've maybe done 1 or 2.
She's like, where do I look? Where do I look? Anyway, stop. So we're going to hear a couple minutes apiece from a few leaders who are on call. They're going to share with us something about a booking that has, or a party that really impacted their business, or some other words of wisdom they might have to share with us. So does anybody in particular want to go first, or you want to just call on somebody? Or oh, Gwen, you want to go?
Is Gwen going?
I think so. I thought I saw her hand.
I am. I'm unmuted, I think. Am I?
Yes.
Okay. All righty. For y'all that don't know, I'm Gwen Frederick. I joined 31 in February of 2016, 3 years ago. That's the Sarah. But I am starting my 4th year, so you was right. But what I want to share with you is something that I found that's really helped me as far as booking. I mean, I've done the Frank, the Who Do You Know list and all that, and I always try to get at least 2 bookings from my parties, and I love to do in-person parties. I don't like Facebook, but I love in-person parties. And I have a bunch of bingo ladies. And every time I do a bingo, well, I'm sure that I'm going to get at least 1 booking off of that, because everybody loves it. But what's helped me get out and find new people, I don't have any family really that parties with me, or like Crystal that even buys from me that much, because people on my team, like I have a niece on my team, I had a good friend on my team, and my sister was buying from her. So how I've been able to get bookings is to promote myself, wear your 31 shirt, carry your bags. Like my best customer / hostess is a nurse at one of the doctor's office, because y'all don't know, I spend a lot of time in doctor's office, and I have picked up more people, more customers, more hostesses from just promoting 31, wearing my shirt or carrying a bag, because otherwise, I would have never probably have asked the nurse at the doctor's office, who I had never, first time I met her, she says, do you sell 31? Because I had on my 31 shirt. But anyways, I don't want to take up a bunch of time, but that's what I think would really help, is when you showcase what you do, because they don't know. You're not going to walk up to a perfect stranger, or I'm not, and say, oh, by the way, I sell 31. But if you have it on, or you're carrying something they like, you've got the conversation started.
That's awesome. Yeah, I completely agree. For sure. Thank you so much for sharing. Courtney, did you want to go?
Sure. Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, leaning in. So I am Courtney. I have been with 31 since April 28th, 2012. So when I think back over, y'all, I had to write it out. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, because it's Monday night. I'm exhausted, so I wrote it out. Just let me read. When I think back over my time with 31, several parties come to mind. One of my very first parties in the summer, right after I joined, was a few of the ladies who had never heard of 31. One of them booked a home party, and I was so excited that somebody booked a party off of that one. And back to it, the director that I joined under, she encouraged me to have the launch party, so I did that, and I booked 7 parties off that. So I was like, is that good? They were like, yeah, it's good. So anyways, I had a party. Yeah. I had a home party with one of my friends. Several of the girls had never heard of 31. Ended up being one of my biggest customers. Her daughter joined, and then her granddaughter joined. So I ended up getting 2 teammates off that one party. Let's see, another party that comes to mind. And I'm like, Crystal, I hate Facebook parties. For one thing, to go live is it's not the actual live part that bothers me, it's the time. And I know y'all are laughing when I say this. I'm usually in bed because I have to get up so early and I deal with kindergartners all day that this is my bedtime, which this is the time a lot of people can get on. So that's always a conflict for me. So I don't like Facebook parties either, but I'll do them. However, I had a catalog party back in, I think we had it in September. I booked several, it may have been August or September. Anyways, booked several catalog parties because I knew it was the beginning of school. I was very overwhelmed with all that. So I thought this will, get me some, PV and all that kind of stuff. So it was with my dad's girlfriend. So I sent her the packet and I checked in with her, and she, about a week later, we would ever so often message, and she was like, I have $800 for you. Are you ready for that? I was like, yes. And that was off a catalog. So don't prejudge those, because that just may be somebody that doesn't have time to do the home party, or somebody that doesn't have time to do a Facebook party. So that was very exciting. And that also brings me to my next point of not prejudging people, of being a party, a hostess, or your next consultant. While Crystal said a lot of her recruits are previous hostesses, mine are not. A lot of them, some of them are, but some of them are not. Some of them are just people that, maybe I messaged and said, hey, have you thought about this? Or I've even had like 1 or 2 message me. That doesn't happen often, but it's exciting when it does, because it feels like it just falls into your lap. But don't prejudge people who want to party with you, or a customer, or it may be somebody you think, oh, this is going to be the best party ever, and then it's like that. So friend of mine messaged me from high school, and she was like, hey, there's a girl that I'm friends with, and she wants a catalog. Would you send her one? I said, sure. So I sent her one in the mail. That lady consistently bought from me at least $60 to $100 for like the first 6 to 10 months where I had sent her a catalog. So that's why I say don't prejudge, because honestly, like, she would order stuff from me and she would take a picture being up in her tree stand, because she's a hunter, or she works out on her farm. She'd take a picture, and I loved it, because it's like, don't prejudge, because you never know who's your next customer, hostess, or recruit. So I hope that shed some light. But to reiterate with those, get out and ask, and hey, I got to do the same thing. Have a good night.
Thank you, Courtney. I was on mute. That was awesome. Love those tips. That was great. Great. Let's see. Nikita, would you like to share?
Sure. Can y'all hear me?
Uh-huh.
I know you can't see me, but I'm sorry. You don't
That's
want to
okay.
see me tonight, I promise.
It's okay. Your picture's so beautiful.
Thank you. I don't look like that right now.
Oh.
But yeah, so my name is Nikita. I'm a director now. I joined in September 2015. I'm thinking about what today is. But anyway, September 2015. And for about the first year, the only home parties I ever had were my launch parties. I had 2 in one day on Halloween. I didn't expect much of a turnout, so that's why I did one for brunch and one for that evening, like a wine and cheese type of situation. Had great turnouts. People shopped. They got excited. I forgot to ask for bookings. So they all left and they loved their products and were excited. And I was not, I didn't capitalize. So for the first year, I didn't do home parties. I did Facebook parties, and I'm the type of person, if it's not working, I'm going to figure out something to kind of make happen. So for that first year, I did a lot of themed Facebook parties. And sometimes I remember doing one that got a recruit. It was a $35 or less party because she always talked about our things being kind of expensive. So everything I featured was under $35. And it did really well. So that kind of built my confidence in Facebook parties. But I'm not sure if y'all are like how I am right now. I'm frustrated with Facebook parties and people not seeing them and different things like that. So lately, my focus has been back on home parties, and I just wanted to kind of share how I go about booking them and what I do to attract my hostesses. I heard Courtney say something about a catalog party too, and I had my first catalog party was $800 also. So that's another thing. This could work for home parties or catalog or Facebook. But what I'm doing is trying to think about the customer that I want to attract, and then I'm going after those people. So I will think about if it's a new mom, and I know we've got our bottle thermals. If it's somebody who's into planners, I'll have them get together and I'll show them a planner bag. Or if it's I teach high school, so I've got basketball parents that have done parties with me before. And so I'll go in with a focus on, hey, I've got these bundles this month that are really good for your group of friends. If you want to book a home party, we can get together really quickly. I usually don't even use the word party for them though, because I found that sometimes people feel like that's work. So I'll just talk about having to get together with their girls. Sometimes I'll bring the snack and they just have to supply their drinks. Like I may bring some cupcakes and they've got punch and we've got a party and I spent $12 and it ends up being a really good night. So the thing is, I just try to be really specific and purposeful and just being positive with them. I'm really big on parties with a purpose too. If people seem hesitant, then I'll kind of maybe mention that we could use their party as some type of a fundraiser, or we can have a packing party when their stuff comes in if we've done a bag drive together. And I don't know, I try to figure out a way to make it about her. A lot of times I notice that they may be a little hesitant in the beginning when, like I said, when they hear party, they don't want to have 20 people at their house and a lot of cleanup. So I don't know. I'm all about just figuring out what they're into and just trying to be intentional that way. I don't take no well. So I'll maneuver around no, not to be pushy, but okay, if you're not willing to, if it's not a good time or if you're not willing to do it right now, do you know somebody else who could benefit from XYZ? And then I'll have them, and my friends are great about if they don't want to do it, they'll find me somebody else that will. So just ask beyond them. Don't get so hung up on just that one person. Because, we don't get a yes from everybody, but know that you're going after them for a reason, and birds of a feather flock together. So if you targeted them for a specific purpose, they probably have a group of friends who are interested in some of the same things and may actually take you up on it. And don't do what I did and forget to ask at the party about booking other parties. After I did that first one, I've never done another home party that didn't either get a booking or a recruit. And honestly, now that I think about it, all but one of my home parties has gotten me at least one new team member. So definitely don't forget to ask. I think that's it for me.
That's awesome, Nikita. I love it. Those are great tips. I love it. And I love that you, I know so many times I forgot to ask for the booking. I forgot to play the booking game. And I'm like, oh my God, I just walked out of there without doing that. Oh my gosh. But I think once you do it, you're like, you learn, you're like, okay, I'm not going to do that next time. But I love your tips. I love how you talk about targeting, your people and if it's a new mom, the baby line. I love that idea. That's really good because you're connecting with them and making it real personal. Love that. Great ideas.
Kim, do you want to go next?
Sure. Can y'all hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I am Kim Adams, and I joined, for the ones of you who don't know me, in August of 2014. And I'm going to have to tell you, I love the home parties. They really are my favorite. But I want to tell you why I think it's important is the connections that I make. And it's how it makes me feel. Because when I sit with those people and I'm sharing the products and they see that I'm excited, it gets them excited. And so and I promise I'm going to be really brief, is find the items that you really are passionate about. You don't have to carry the whole catalog. You don't have to carry all your stuff. Truly find the top 10 things you love, and talk about them, bundle them together, give them tips on how they can use them. And then, they'll start talking about, they want so many things. And as you're hearing these conversations, that should perk up your ears and say, they want more than I really can have. And those are key words you need to really pay attention to in order to look for those bookings, as we said, because they'll say, well, some people think that stuff's expensive. I mean, I've heard that. I'm sure all of you have. But when you start talking with them and talking about how the party, after I share my why, is two things about the party that's the best in the catalog. One is the kit and how you can join is the best deal in the catalog. And number two, look at these rewards you can get for being a hostess. Before I even talk about products, I'm going to already start planting those seeds. And, I really think no matter what kind of party it is, and I'm all about partying however, any way possible. I'm not a Facebook fan party. I do catalog parties. I do collect orders. We all have done that. But my drive for everything I do in my business is in at home or on the go, but it's the face-to-face to get those connections so you can know how those people are and get a feel for who they are so that you can get them to be partying with you and perhaps even joining your team once they see how much fun that you're having. That's it. Plain and simple.
I love it. That's awesome. I knew that Kim would definitely share about that home party. So who's left? Is Crystal on?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Awesome. Sorry, I'm having technology problems. Hey everyone. So I don't have a cute accent, so I'm not fun to listen to. But I'm Krista Palm. I'm a northerner that moved to Florida, so I'm really out of my element. Just real quick, sorry. I was trying to think about. Crystal asked me to know a party that kind of changed my business, and at first I thought, well, I don't have one of those, and had to kind of rack my brain. And I was just looking up some reports here. So long story short, I met this lady at a restaurant of all places because I put a bag out. Certain restaurants sometimes do that where they'll raffle off so you can fill out to enter to win. And so I just asked the manager, hey, if I donate a bag, can I put it out here with my cards and some information? So I met her through that. And she said, hey, I have this really small organization I like to give back. It's a program for schools in need that don't have books. And she does a lot of fundraising and campaigning to help. And she only takes on so many schools a year, and there's abundance of them that she can get books to and does kind of fundraising for. So she said, I'd like to have a fundraising party. And, I don't know this lady. I don't know anybody that knows her. She had a home show, and I'm looking at my report here. So she had a $1,200 party. A couple months later, she said, hey, I want to have another fundraiser with you. That was a $1,269 party. March, she had another party. It was over $1,000. A couple months later, she had another one. So in the span of 13 months, she had 5 parties with me. All but one were well over $1,000. And granted, those are fundraiser parties. That's a whole other call to explain those. But she's one of these ones that every once in a while I'll reach out to, but she usually comes to me and says, hey, we need to raise some money. And, it makes me feel good because not only does it help me, obviously, with the sales of the parties, but I'm giving back to a cause that's really, really in need. She's a nonprofit and just doing it out of kindness of her heart. That's just a really cool thing to give back to. So just on a whim, put a bag out at a restaurant, met this lady, and she's had 5 parties with me that were over $1,000. So not bad for booking and booking again.
Wow, that's amazing. I love that story, Krista. That's so awesome. Like, really awesome. So that one bag just sending it out, just a snowball effect right there. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Crazy.
Awesome.
I really like that.
Yeah,
So sometimes we got to think out of the box, you know, to get the parties going. We got to think out of the box and stuff. And that's a great example of that. Love it.
I think that was our last person to share, right?
I think so.
Okay. Well, we have really enjoyed sharing with you tonight. I hope that you're taking something away with you that really struck you, whether it was something I said or Crystal or some of the other ladies. We hope that you're leaving our call motivated to get your ask in gear. I think Crystal has a last thing she wants to tell you about, a little challenge. So I'll let you wrap it up.
Okay. All right. So I hope you're feeling pumped up. I hope you're feeling super excited to get back in that mode of booking parties. You're feeling passionate about it, got those feelings going. Hope so. So my idea, I hope that y'all will get on board. Okay. I hope you'll get on board. Is we're going to challenge you. Sarah and I are going to challenge you to hold your booking blitz, okay, with yourself, okay, like 2 days a week, okay. Set your time where you're going to book those parties, okay, being consistent with it. And we're going to start right here in February. We're in the beginning of February, so it's a great time to start it, okay. So we're going to give you again the scripts to say, or you can make up your own. Just do whatever you want to with it. But we want to challenge you to do that. And then when you do, we want celebration in our groups, okay? We want you celebrating like crazy, okay? And what I think we'll find is that when we're consistent all through the month of February of doing this twice a week for 15 minutes, booking those parties and getting passionate about doing that again, we're going to see massive growth in our businesses, okay? And I don't know about y'all, but who wants to see massive growth? Raise your hand or give me a woohoo. Yes, right? We all do, okay? So unfortunately, I mean, not unfortunately, y'all, it's just a part of the business, okay? We got to get to work. We got to get to work. We got to start doing these things. If you want to see that PV, you want to see that income, you want to grow your team, you want to book more parties, we got to book parties first, okay? So we just got to get busy with that. And we want to do that together because it's a lot more fun when we do it together, right? And we're celebrating together. So stay tuned. We're going to post some scripts on our team Facebook groups, and we're going to share an image that you can celebrate with, and we're just going to, just try to really encourage each other to do it, okay? Because we know we all need help. We're going to do it together, okay? All right, that's it. Thank you so much for joining, y'all. Thank you so much for taking time tonight to join us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And if you're watching the recording, feel free to drop a comment below and let us know what you took away from the call, or if you have a question. Oh, we were going to let them ask questions if they had any.
Yeah.
Sorry, we really talked
real quick if we have any questions.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Anybody have any questions out there?
I do.
Okay.
I'd just like to know, I haven't done a home party yet. I've only done Facebook parties, and I'm kind of terrified of doing an in-person party just because just format wise, what do you guys like to include? I know booking games, I get that. You can kind of do that near the end. But before that, are there any things that you're sure to do when you're showing product or, other type of games, that kind of thing?
I can give you kind of my quick outline, I guess, if you will. And so I usually do my welcome, and I'll tell a little tiny bit about myself when I joined and all that. And then I will offer solutions. So I follow the WOW format. W is welcome, O offer solutions, and W is wrap up. So I do my welcome, and then I offer solutions. And during that time, usually I'll play a game of some sort to show off the items in the catalog, maybe like a catalog scavenger hunt. That's always really fun because it kind of gets people engaged and flipping through the catalog and paying attention, you know. So I do a game typically during that part, and I have like a little, I usually either give away tickets, or I know Kim likes to give away Hershey Kisses. I don't know what you do, Gwen, but those are two things that I've done before, tickets or Hershey Kisses, for people who get right answers. And then I will, at some point during the offering solutions during that game, I will do my my question game. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but I give like my 3-minute commercial about why I joined, what it's done for our family, and like what I hope for it to do in the future for our family. That's kind of a bad explanation, but that's a simplified version of what I say. And so I tell them my story, and then I give them 3 minutes to ask me anything they want to know about what I do as a 30-win consultant. So that plants that seed of joining my team, even if they weren't thinking about it before, they are now. And then I do my wrap up, after I finish the offering solution part. I have been really bad. I don't know if it's bad, but I have been booking parties differently for my home parties than doing an actual booking game. I've been trying to take the approach of like, after the party, reaching out one-on-one to like sending them a text message that says, "Thank you so much for joining or for being at Rachel's party. You were so much fun." And then like starting that relationship with them. But a booking game, obviously is like on the spot for sure booking. So I have done those in the past a lot too, and they do work. But that's basically how I do mine. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say the number one thing, and it's normal to be nervous. I still get nervous when I do my home parties, but have fun. And it's okay if you don't know, in front of the people. I can't remember now. I had a party Saturday, and I don't know I can't remember what it was now, but whatever it was, I couldn't remember the name of the item. I couldn't remember. I said, that thing for the bag, the thing. And I had somebody who looked up the catalog for me. And then they all thought it was quite funny because, I couldn't remember. So making fun of yourself, but just have fun. Don't think you're perfect. Don't try to do that. But definitely solutions. I'm with Sarah. I think if you can offer bundle things, find out who your customers are going to be. I think that's key to a home party. If you know that it's going to be a lot of moms with kids, you might want to focus on things that can take, that are helpful for organization or going on trips, or is it going to be a lot of ladies who are like they go out and do their partying, like, or have tea, or whatever it is, whatever they do, you need to, if you can find that out, then you can focus your bundles on what works for them. Hope that helps a little bit. Nobody's saying nothing, so maybe it didn't help.
No,
maybe we're all going to sleep.
Your video made you sound like bundles that work.
Oh, motion.
Oh, that didn't even matter. Oh, great.
It was so funny. But those are wise words. Those are wise words. I hope you were able to hear what she was saying, Michelle. That was really good.
Sorry.
That's awesome.
I'll add in too. I forgot to share so when I had that fundraiser party, and I only share this because it was like an eye opener for me. I had a whole thing ready. I knew what I was going to talk about. Whatever. I don't know what happened. People were coming in and out. They weren't paying attention. 5 minutes in, there's bags all over the floor. No one's listening to me. No one cares, which is fine. And they just start asking questions, and I start showing bags. And it literally was like, it's like if you had put me on a pedestal to teach that, I would have been mortified. Like, it was the worst presentation I've ever done. But that was like $1,000 party. Like, they didn't care about what I was going to say. They were just there to hang out and see the bag. So it was a big relief for me to realize, like, this is not about me and my presentation. It's about, they just want to see the bags. And literally we had them all over the floor. I didn't know the names of them. I didn't know anything. I just showed on the bag. So worst case scenario, it'll go fine, even if you just dump the bags on the floor.
Yes. I love that. You know what, Krista, you are so right. I remember one party, one of my most successful parties was when I just had the ladies come up at the beginning and I said, just go up there and grab you a bag that you think you would love, like you could use. Go up there and grab it. And then during the party, I had them stand up and share why they got that bag and how they would use it and how it would help them in their everyday life. And they basically just did the presentation for me. And it was so easy. Like,
That's
so
exactly what I was going to say, Crystal. That's what I do for my home parties too. And it takes the pressure off and they enjoy it and they've already sold themselves. So you don't even have to do the hard work. Then you just add in some specials, maybe print some bundle sheets out so they can add to it and you're good to go.
Yes. Love it. Love it.
Agree. This has been awesome. We are close to our hour mark, and I told myself we weren't going to go past 40. Should have known better, but either way, it's been so great, and we really appreciate all the other leaders who took time to be on here and share with you all as well. And again, if you're watching the recording, you're still with us in the recording, then let us know what you've taken away from this as well. So, thank
you, everyone. Y'all have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.